Guitar Shills Take 50. How's it going, folks? It's Tacos. It's your one and only best friend, Tacos. That's why you listen to his channel. Oy vey, it's me. Alright, my friends, I want to talk about guitar and the guitar shell culture on YouTube. You know those guitar shells that tell you, oh, this is a sponsored guitar from XYZ company, but I can say whatever the fuck I want. Yeah, sure you can. Talk shit about the guitar that's being sponsored. Yeah, see how long you last. Let's talk about it, my friends. The modern guitar, reality, facts, and trends. Culture relevance has collapsed. Guitar is no longer the centerpiece of youth identity. Teen boys today gravitate towards DAWs, beatmaking, synths, pads, and software, not instruments. Social currency shifted from I play guitar to I produce beats or I edit videos. So let me talk about myself. When I was a teenager, 15, back in the early 90s, guitar was cool, it was dangerous, it was rebellious. If you could play guitar and you knew a few licks, the chicks loved it. They would gather around and listen to you play. They would be saying things like, oh, he's so cool, he's like Kurt Cobain. Oh, he's so cool, he plays like Eddie Vedder. Oh, he's so cool, he's like that Guns N' Roses guy. He's so cool. But where are the chicks now? The buyer demographic has aged out. The majority of new guitar sales comes from boomers, middle-aged hobbyists, and collectors. So let me say a few things about this, based on my opinion. When I go to the music stores and I look at instruments like guitar, bass, and things like this, I don't see that many young people in the music stores. I see a lot of older guys, I see a lot of middle-aged guys, you know, those guys who are balding but still want to have the ponytail, right? This is what I see. Occasionally, you will see a young kid, maybe being pressured by his parents to learn an instrument. So you will see that from time to time. But not teenage boys like my sister's son's ages, alright? Incidentally, I took them to the music store. They're like 16 and 17. I said, hey, you guys want to tag along? I'm going to go to the music store. They're like, nah, I'm not into that shit. I felt so embarrassed. They were like, can we go home now? The first guitar at 15 era is largely over, like I've been talking about. Youth demand is historically low. High-end models are sustained by nostalgia and culture momentum. So you gotta ask yourself, when a major guitar company puts out like a 50-year anniversary guitar, or 70-year anniversary, or a classic anniversary guitar, who's buying those guitars? They're very expensive in most cases. You're gonna spend over like $2,000 for the higher end model in that category. Who's buying those things? Teenage boys don't have $2,000 for a guitar, let alone $300 for a clone. They don't give a shit, like I'm telling you, in my opinion. Influencer marketing fills the gap. Companies send guitars to attractive young women because the actual youth market is shrinking. They also do it for men too. It's attractive girls and average looking guys cosplaying, hey man, guitar is cool. Those videos target older male buyers, not young players. Like I said, in my opinion, based on my observation, which is entirely subjective, but it's still predicated upon my opinion, I don't see a lot of young kids, young people going into music stores, unless their parents are forcing them to do it. It's not about musicianship, it's about optics, engagement, and illusion of relevance. The guitar, in my opinion, is not as relevant as it once was in my youth. Remember, back in my day, we had like the cool rock stars. You had Kurt Cobain, you had Nirvana, you had Eddie Vedder, you had all these cool dudes, you had Guns N' Roses, and it was cool to play guitar like Guns N' Roses, like Slash. Oh, I want to be like Slash. I want to be like Kurt Cobain. I want to be like Nirvana. I want to be like all these cool dudes. I want to be like Smashing Pumpkins. I want to be like Chris Cornell, right? Where are those guys today? Now, I must also say that metal, heavy metal, rock and roll is still alive. It hasn't died away. It's still relevant. You can still go to a rock band, a metal band, and enjoy yourself. They're still selling out stadiums, okay? Nashville ain't dead. But what I'm talking about is the old motivation is gone. In the past decades, guitar was a social magnet, a way to stand out and attract attention. Like, hey, I want to learn to play because I want to get chicks. Today, girls don't care about guitar players the way they did in the 70s and 90s. It just ain't there like it used to be. I mean, sure, you could pick up the guitar and say, you know what, I'm going to go do a gig at XYZ, coffee house or something. The groupies ain't there for you. Without the culture incentive, fewer young boys pick up the instrument. And it's vice versa too. It's not just young boys, it's also girls. There are no groupies. Where are the groupies? The instrument isn't dead, the culture is. Just like I'm saying. Guitar still matters to musicians, but it no longer drives mainstream youth culture. Just like I've been saying, you could go to a rock concert, you can go to a heavy metal concert. Nashville is still alive, it ain't dead. But still, the industry hides this decline behind influencer theatrics and curated illusions, like those guys on YouTube, the shows. What you're exposing isn't the guitar, it's the marketing ecosystem pretending nothing has changed. And this is the reality predicated upon my opinion, in my observation, and my subjective opinion. Right? It ain't like it used to be. It ain't like it used to be. Right? It ain't like it used to be. So yeah. Guitar ain't important.